Okay, so this morning I created this lesson for you guys. I am going to be out today. My children are sick and I have to stay home with them. My wife cannot. So we're going to get through today. We're going to have a couple different tasks for you guys to complete, and it's all regarding placement test review. So if you look at this Elluminate, it says placement test review. But before you do that, when you go to your classroom, let me see, where am I going? Here we go. It says week 16. I want you to do this Blooket warm-up for at least 10 minutes to get your brain ready for what's to come on the placement test review. Now, this warm-up will get you ready. If you have time at the end of the class, you can go ahead and do this quizzes as well, okay? But after you finish the Blooket warm-up, I want you to jump into this lockdown browser, Elluminate lockdown browser, and let me go ahead and get into this. Oh, here it is. Here's the first question, and there is 20 of them. You're going to go through these. Some of these are very simple. Some may take a little bit more time. If you get, here's how I'm going to grade it, and I want you guys to see. If you get maybe 15 out of 20, and let me just go ahead and show you, Mike. 15 out of 20, okay? 15 or more. So if you get 15 to 20 right, and we'll zoom in a little bit, you'll get full credit, all right? Which I think I'm going to make this out of 50 points. You'll get 50 points, all right? If you're in the 10 to 14, partial credit, right? So you should get maybe, I think, 40 points. If you get maybe, let's say, 6 to 9 correct, still partial credit, you're going to get 30 points. And if you get 0 to 5, I think I'm going to probably give you maybe 15 points because you should do much better than that, okay? So this is how the structure is going to go for your practice test. So I'm really wanting you to take it serious. Your grade is still active. Your grade book is not closed. Your grade can still change. You can still go up or go down. So take this serious. And let's go ahead and go through it. So I don't want to throw anything at you if you're not comfortable with it. So let's take a look as we go through this. For this one, you know what infinite solution should look like. Both sides should look exactly the same. This one here, yikes. I did not mean to give you this one. Hold on, let me make sure this is the right test. Yeah, okay, cool. It is the right test. I just did not mean to give you this one initially right away. It's not too crazy, but let me go ahead, get your graph paper out. Let me get you started on this one because I accidentally didn't mean to do that. So let me pause real quick and get you started on this one. Okay, so if you were to go through this one, let me see if I can pull this back up. I want to see it go. I'm going to make it 1.5y. That's what this becomes, 1.5y. 3 over 2, if you put that in a calculator, it's going to be 1.5y. Plus 12. I'm having trouble with this. All right, equals, and then you're going to have, this one's going to be 1.4y. If you put this in a calculator, 7 over 5, you're going to get 1.4 minus 20. All right. If you do the math, you're going to subtract 1.4 over this way and then subtract 12 here this way. I'm going to be nice and give you a freebie. All right. That's what your answer would have been. But I wanted you to see how to do it. You could turn these into decimals and solve the equation. Okay. Now let's keep it going. I'm not going to go through every single one, but you can get through this. Looking at the graph, what is the slope? That's a coordinate point there. That's a point there. If I rise and run, what am I rising? What am I running? Well, I don't see that answer. Then you have to divide. Rise and run and actually solve that problem. So this is up 100 over 4. 100 over 4 is actually going to be one of these answers, but you can use your calculator. All right. Rate of change. Y minus y over x minus x. Take your time on this. You've got to type in the whole response here. Y equals, whatever, 4x minus 2, whatever it is. You have to type the whole thing in. That's not the answer, but remember your negatives here. So if this is going to be y minus y. See how there's a double negative in there? If you were plugging in the calculator, make sure you don't forget that as well. All right. This shouldn't be too tough. That's the y-intercept. You got that, and it's going down and over. All right, where's your y-intercept? 2. It's going down what? It's not going down 2, because look at the units. From here to here is 2, so it's going down 4 over what? Okay, take your time. That's not a half, because look at the units. Take your time. All right, you got this. No big deal. If you have to reduce it, that's fine. You're going to have to reduce the slope. You got this. This isn't too difficult. You can handle this. Don't worry about the f of x. That just means y. That's the function notation. These are all functions as well. We call them linear equations. But yes, that's just a y. So we plug in y minus y over x minus x and solve it. Okay? All right, which one has no solution? You should remember what the no solution means. Okay, 0x equals maybe a number, not 0. All right, light work, piece of cake. Some of these are pieces of cake here. Piece of cake, letters to the left, constants to the right. Now I'm jumping ahead pretty quick. These ones, you got to assume, as you see this point, it says, what will it be at 6 pajamas? At 6, where will it be? Probably up in this range. What does that mean? Probably over here somehow. So you got to look at your numbers and see which one works. This one's a little tricky. I love this one though. It says, what will it be after her 5th class they go home? So 5th class here, it's 8:30 in the morning when she starts school. 5th class is 240 minutes later. Well, from 8:30, what time is it if it's 240 minutes later? You got to do some math. You have a calculator, it's fine. There's 60 minutes in an hour. How many hours is 240 minutes? And then you got to add that to the 8:30. Not a difficult problem, but there's a couple layers to it, which I love. All right. This one was not supposed to be in there as well. Oh, goodness. All right. 17 is going to be D. So just give you another freebie. Okay. And 18, you can handle this problem. And then 19 as well. This one's a little interesting. Find the slope and then interpret it. Because here's negative 24, positive 24, positive 24. Read the rest of it to see what it actually means. Don't worry about this right here. All right. Just deal with finding the slope. Y minus y, x minus x. This is your y, this is your x, okay? And then every 4 hours, the captain plots a grid. What's the rate of change? If it's going up and over, rise and run, okay? Awesome. Do the best you can. If you have extra time, there's quizzes in there. All right, guys.